Thank you for joining today's presentation. Today we'll be covering the privacy block setting. The privacy block setting supports institutions in maintaining compliance with state, regional, and international privacy mandates and student requests for record privacy that may not be covered by the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act. Throughout today's presentation, we'll review the college and university's role in privacy blocks, how to update a student's privacy block, and the steps your institution needs to take to be able to submit files with a privacy block. Your institution may be wondering what the privacy block setting is and how this impacts your students. The privacy block setting is a reported value that your institution can report on behalf of your students to indicate that your student has elected to block a specific record in their enrollment and/or their degree history. This block allows you to instruct the Clearinghouse not to use personally identifiable information in enrollment and/or degree records for research purposes or verifications where the student has not consented to those data uses and where the data use is not for the purpose of complying with legal requirement like compliance reporting under Title IV of the Federal Higher Education Act. Also, it cannot be applied retroactively. The privacy block setting applies to uses of personally identifiable enrollment and/or degree data and does not restrict the Clearinghouse's use of such data in aggregate or de-identifiable form. The Clearinghouse has chosen to construct the privacy block setting so that it blocks the entire enrollment and/or degree record of a student once the privacy block is submitted on a single record for that student. What is the difference between the FERPA, or the Directory Block Indicator, and the Privacy Block setting? The Directory Block Indicator for FERPA is designed to protect student rights provided under the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act. This includes retroactive records. The Privacy Block setting is intended to enable institutions to comply with regional, state, and international privacy laws, such as the European Union's GDPR, or California's Consumer Privacy Protection Act, and this cannot be applied retroactively. The following values are available for the privacy block setting field. 00 is the institution has reported no privacy block setting for this student. 01 is the student's record was blocked for non-consented verification purposes. 02, the student's record was blocked for non-consented student-level research purposes, and 03 is the student's record was blocked for both non-consented verification and non-consented student-level research purposes. To add a privacy block to a student's existing or a new record, go to the Student Lookup, search for the student by SSN or college ID and school code, and then select Update Student Record. If there's no record for the student in our database currently, you'll get a student record not found, and you'll need to select Add Student. When submitting an online update, you can review the current privacy indicator for the student. To change the privacy block setting, you'll select any of the drop-down options under the Select Edit options, make your necessary updates, and then select Submit. The privacy record only applies to the current entry, and if a privacy block is not received for the student in the next enrollment file submission, an error will be flagged on the student's record for you to review. There are additional errors as a result of the privacy block setting to ensure the Clearinghouse systems appropriately reflect what your student has elected. To correct this error, navigate to the Data Reporting dashboard and select the current outstanding error report. You'll click on the error number 215 to see the student's record that are flagging this particular error. For more information about the directory block and privacy blocks, select the directory block and privacy block FAQs link at the bottom of the page. The privacy block setting to be applied field is pre-populated with the previous certified privacy block for your convenience. If this is the status you want, you can select the Select All and then submit selected records for validation. You can also change the selection by selecting the drop-down menu and choosing the desired privacy block setting. If you submit students with the same privacy block as the previously certified value, that is displayed in the Privacy Block Setting to be Applied column. A pop-up to confirm your action will be displayed when you click Submit for validation. If there are multiple pages of student records with this error code number 215, you'll need to select all and submit for validation on each page. Alternatively, select the plus button on a student's row to expand the student's record for more detailed information. If you click on the Details button to view the expanded student record, you can also select the View Previously Reported Student Data link to compare the data that is in your current submission to the current data in the Clearinghouse system. You'll want to work with your student information system vendor or your internal IT team to include the privacy block status information in your file extract process. If you assess that state, federal, or foreign policy laws apply to enrollment and/or degree records you submit to the Clearinghouse, and compliance with those laws requires you to communicate to the Clearinghouse that a student's enrollment and/or their degree record is restricted for certain uses by the Clearinghouse, please contact us at schoolops@studentclearinghouse.org in advance of utilizing the privacy block setting. The Clearinghouse will respond in a timely manner with additional information, and you'll need to enter into a contract addendum with the Clearinghouse governing their use of the privacy block setting. You can find additional information about privacy blocks in the links to this lesson, including our Enrollment Reporting Program and Testing Guide, our Frequently Asked Questions document. If you have any questions on the privacy block setting, its uses, or how to submit these values via the individual student update or your enrollment submission process, you can reach out to us at schoolops@studentclearinghouse.org. Also, in order to start sending the privacy block setting values and to complete the required contract addendum, please contact our implementations team by emailing implementations@studentclearinghouse.org.